Well. Okay. This, good to go. Go live, go live. What the heck is that thing? It's still there. I have no idea what those are, how the hell they got there, and how the hell to get rid of them. Who's in the house? Who do we got? Mystic Dragon, Sassy PJ, Yesin, Chad, what's happening? MPSC, yeah, whatever. Plentiful Plumber, Johnny Boy, Lowdown, Baby Boss, what's going on? Comstrong, Flash, Botox Doc, what's happening, Doc? I got your email. Did you get mine? Got everything squared away, all good to go. M. Menares, Rafat, good evening. Dr. Fatima Adna, good evening, good evening. Dios mío, que pasa, amigo? Hollywood Norwo. Alrighty. Fallen One, good evening. Patrick, how are you doing? Victoria Torredu. All right. Scroller, G-Reg, what's happening? Scroller, Sean, Fallen, Timothy, Johnny Boy, what's going on? What's going down here? Welcome to the chat, blah, blah, blah. That one's really slow. What's going on up over here? What do we have? Alrighty. Good evening. All right, it seems like we're running up pretty good. Live, and this one's live also. Alrighty. Lowdown, Ricky, what's going on? Nico, how you doing? Fallen Patrick, Victoria, got it. Theta, good evening. Ape Cougar, really? Faber, how's it going? Who do you have over here? Giovanni, what's happening? Case Man, what's going on? Oh, hello. All right. Let's get ready to start. Ape wants to take a look at MSTE splitting. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Just sit tight. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that are consistently increasing their dividends to their shareholders for at least 2 decades. Okay, I got 2 criteria and only 2. Number 1, is the company consistently profitable? That's number 1. Number 2, weekly options. Really great, right? Weekly options, wonderful. TTD, Ray, what is TTD? Sit tight, we'll take a gander at it. Ran, Flash, what's going on? American Rocket. Okay, so that being said, MB, my use is bad. Maybe my use is bad. I have no idea what that means. Is that a green screen? No, it's not a green screen. It is, oops. Hold on. It's actually a live screen. It's a live screen. Yeah, it's not a green screen, but thank you. Up, down, trade, what's going on? All right, TDT. We're doing TTD. We're going to do that one. Hold on. All right, so let me finish introducing myself. Like I said, my name is James. Let's get rid of this thing. Where are we? There it is. Right. All right. I got to mute this because you guys talking in the background. Who is that? Lonnie, I'm going to mute you. All right. I don't know what's going on in the background there, Lonnie, but I'm sure you don't want everybody hearing you. All righty. Oh, okay, you got that? All right, so what are we looking at? JEPQ. Oh, come on, William. Don't you do any research? Ran, hello. All righty, so I'm going to get on your case right now. Who was that? William. Yeah, William. We're going to pound on you in a little bit. Hello. All right, so let's see what we're looking at first. First one on the list today is MSTE. No idea what the hell that is or why we're even looking at it. Sorry, James. It's okay, Lonnie. I'm sure, next time make it more exciting and we'll just let it run. Let everybody hear. All right, so first one on the list, MSTE. What the hell is that? MSTE. Try it one more time. MSTE. Hartford something. What the hell is that? Oh, we cannot find that symbol. So we're going to say no to that one. Next one on the list, TTD. There we go. The trade desk. All right, why are we looking at this thing? It's Dropping, dropping, dropping. Why are we looking at it? Doesn't make any sense to me unless you really like it. So we'll take a look at it in a minute. Jim, Jimmy, Jim, Jiminy, Jim, Jiminy, Jim, Jim, T Tiger. What's going on, GT Tiger? Good evening, good evening. Brian, Alex, how are y'all doing? All right, so that being said, TTD, the trade desk, no idea what they do. Why are we looking at it? Okay, he wants to take a look at it. Let's take a gander. I have no idea who they are, and I have no idea what they do. But let's run him through the ringer. You ready? Here's the top of the year. Here's the bottom of the year. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Big drop. Big drop. Yeah. Here's the bottom here. Is it bouncing off the 36.64? Well, do I like the 36.64? Let's see. So I'll be looking at the 37. That's paying 51. Okay. So the numbers look okay. The chart looks okay. Let's check out the current covered call. Delightful Dan. Nancy. How you doing, Nancy? Nancy Von Drundle. I don't know. Brooklyn. Brooklyn. What's happening? Big Fish. CD Fair. What's going on? Mike Schmidt. Glowio. All right. Franklin. What's happening? Artie in New York. TikTok Jeff. Seattle area Re. Sorry, that's all I see. Johnny T. Franklin. George. Jack Jake. Franklin. Tuxedo. Cat Farm Fancy. I don't know. Steve. All right. Anyway, that's enough. Okay, so what do we know about this? Other than the fact, drop back up, back down. Here's bottom here, 36.64. The 36.50s are going for 74, and the 37s are going for 51. Well, let's do both of them because it's kind of like right in the middle. How do you choose? Which one do you want? Well, Mark, Johnny C, Rick, Leva, Levac, I don't know. Michael, Marcus, Vintage, Naharo, IROC. Okay, IA Rock. Okay, anyway. So last year, gotta get the glasses on for this one. Last year, the stock's at 137. She drops, jumps back up, drops again, jumps back up, get the bottom right there. Recently, here's the last 90 days. Look, here's your top, here's your bottom, here's where it was. Look at it, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? Now, it could be that yesterday, Monday, is the 30-day bottom. So what usually happens on a 30-day bottom? Well, usually, here's your 30-day top. Your 30-day bottom was yesterday. Today is 1 day to the upside. I like 2 days before I jump in. Okay, so let's take a look at this in case some of you like it. Sorry, what screen is that? Who is the manufacturer? Bo to you. That is Vibe. V Victor Indian Bravo Echo. Victor Indian Bravo Echo. Vibe. It's a cool board. I love it. Even though, Bo, I have no idea how to use all the aspects and all the little treats. What I like is the board. See, I can put stuff here, make it smaller. All right. And I can go to other boards. All right. This is my little spider web for my company. You zoom into any one of these things. All right. And you can see. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's my own cryptocurrency. I'm creating my own. I can't wait. Okay. It'll be available in January. Though we're still trying to figure out the layout. Well, besides that, what else are we working on? Whoops. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. We got a lot of interesting stuff happening down here. Okay. Anyway, that's that one. Go my next one. I can go and do this all the time. And then here's another board that I'm looking at. Gives me all these kind of neat ideas. But let's get back to what we're looking for. All right. Here we go. Okay. Basically, what we're doing here is we're looking for good quality stocks. Sorry, what screen is that? Who's the manufacturer? Got that one already. Bobby, what's happening? Nancy, fitness, touchdown. Woo, touchdown, Sam. All right, so let's keep on going. So TTD, let's take a look at the 36.50s and the 37s. We'll do both of them and see which one makes more sense. Well, my voice is terrible. Now, you're probably asking, why is my voice terrible? I went Christmas caroling this evening. Believe it or not, I did. I even dressed up in Victorian garb. That's a top hat and tails, in case you were wondering. I didn't have a cane and I didn't have my white gloves, but it is what it is. Tim Peterson, Jen, Chris, Joe, Toddster, what's going on? Giovanni, how are you today? Mo, what's going on? All right, so let's keep on moving. Who do we have down here? Liquid City Grooves, good evening. Up Down Trader, how you doing? Beast, what's going on? Dev, how are you? All righty, let's keep the ball rolling. So let's do these two, and see which one makes more sense to you. Now, these are not, what do you call it? Okay, 36.50. There we go. One contract. Just sit tight. I'm getting there. Getting there. Here it is. Buy one covered call, TTD, the trade desk. 19 December. That means the option that we're doing. So if you didn't know, we're doing stocks, specifically dividend stocks and weekly stock options. I'm trying to create a cash flow for a weekly basis. The way I look at it, I'm creating weekly cash flowing assets. Now, an asset is something you dump money into and it pays you on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. Okay? A CD will pay you annually. Savings account will pay you monthly. Okay? Lots of investments will pay you monthly, quarterly, annually. Well, that doesn't work for me. I'm looking for weekly. The only way I can do that is through weekly stock options. Okay, that being said, let's get the ball rolling, see what we're looking at. Buy one covered call, TTD, 19 December. That's this coming Friday. The $36.50 call. Now, let me explain what that means. That means tomorrow morning, hypothetically, I'm buying it at $36.64. That's my purchase price. I am then turning around and selling it for $36.50, which is less than what I'm paying for it. Now, a lot of people will ask me, James, why do you buy it for a certain price and then sell it for less and still say you're making 1% a week? Well, because I am. Because you're missing a few working parts of the equation. The premium in this case is $64.50. That is, let's say, hold on for a second. All right. If I'm at a party and I say, here, hold my drink, I'll be right back. Basically the same thing. I'm buying the stock, giving it to someone else for the same price I paid for it. Now, for that privilege, okay, they're paying me a premium. That's like, hey, hey, I'll give you $20 if I can cut in line. You know, you're at the line, you know, waiting to get into something. Hey, I'll give you $20 if you come on line. Same thing. Or if I have a car sitting in the backyard, push it out in the front of the road, in the front of the driveway, say, hey, for sale. Someone comes by, drops you $20. Hey, I'll come back and pick it up on Friday. Well, he comes and picks it back up on Friday, I get all my money. If not, I keep the money he gave me as a non-refundable deposit. Okay? If he doesn't come back, I turn around and I sell it to someone else the following week. Now, I can't sell it more than once during the week because I'm locked in through what's called a weekly stock option, hence the 19 December. So once that 19 December comes and goes, now I can sell it to someone else every single week. Now, my goal is 1% every single week. So the covered call is one of the easiest and safest strategies there is. So I've been doing it for the last 15 years, and hey, works out fine. And no, I'm not trying to sell you anything at the end. So you can put your wallets away and don't worry about, hey, when's the pitch coming? There ain't no pitch coming. Horrible example, no shade though. Horrible example, no shade though. I have no idea what that means. Seriously, I don't. I understand all the words. It's the way you threw them together and the syntax in which you have. Doesn't make any sense. Is it my imagination or does James have devil horns on? Yeah, I have no idea how the hell they got there and I have no idea how the hell to get rid of them. All right. Sorry. All right, so let's keep on taking a look at this. So here's my profit, $64.50 for each contract. Okay. Two, here's my investment, 35.86. So to find out what my rate of return is, get out my calculator and do a little bit of simple math. This is like third grade math. Well, I learned it in third grade, so I'm thinking it's regular third grade math. Here we go. The profit, 64.50. Throw that into the calendar. John, TLRY. What is that, John? Should we call the priest and exorcise you? Yeah, baby. What's happening? Okay. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's a simple button right on the screen. Just press a button, it disappears. I have no idea how it appeared in the first place. You know. Okay, so 64.50. All right, and we're going to divide it by the investment. Now the investment is a 35.86. Okay, divide 35.86. And that brings me up a 1.8% for 1 week. Say I'm buying it, current price 36.64. I'm selling it 36.50. So do you see the beauty in that? The stock doesn't have to go up. It doesn't. It could stay exactly where it is, and I'm still making my 1.8% profit. Now that's what I'm looking for. Now some of you might be here looking to hit a home run. That means buy a stock and then retire next week. Sorry, you're in the wrong place. Okay, this is slow. This is boring. This is monotonous, and it's the same stocks over and over and over again. All right. If I hit one more person, let me see if I can figure this out. Let's get rid of this. Okay. I have no idea how to get rid of this thing. Voice effects, sound effects. Here we go. Trending, new, play, blah, blah. Oh, there we go. Figured it out. That wasn't that difficult. All right. All right, so let's save this one. I like it. %1.8% for 1 week. Actually, it's less than 1 week because today's Tuesday. Because that means tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 1.8% for just 3 days. Well, I could deal with that. I can deal with that quite nicely, as a matter of fact. I'd love to get 1.8%. Move that over there. There it is. Look how tiny it is. It's so little. All right, here we go. Gotta love it. TTD, 19 December. The 36.50 call option. Here's my profit. Here's my investment. And it's going to give me 1.8%. Now, probably thinking, 1.8? What the hell is this guy talking about? I'm terribly sorry. Okay, this is slow. This is boring, monotonous. I don't know why the hell anybody wants to do it. I'm okay with it because I'm getting a consistent 1% for a very long time, and 50% per year kind of works for me. Okay, so let's keep on going. Keep on keeping on. Got to keep on keeping on. Got to make the best of 1.8. Yeah. All right, we got 5 yesterday. We got 5 on Sunday. Sunday we got 5. Monday we got 5. Today we got 1 so far. We got to come up with 4 more. What else you got? Give me something good. James is 37. James the 37s is paying 2.4. Well, we're going to do that right now, Nico. Thank you. Nico already did it for me, but let me go through the motions so to see how it looks. Okay, so when I'm here, I just want to change right here. I want to hit edit. And then I'm going to change it from 36.50 to 37. Okay, so I'm going to buy it at 36.64, and I'm going to sell it at 37. Now, what is that going to come to? Here we go. Buy 1 covered call, TTD, same exact thing, except the 37 call option. $89 is the profit. $3,600 is the investment. Let's see what that looks like. La, la, la. All right, Roger. Roger, Hawaii, how are you today? Bo to you, thank you. Freedom US, how are you? CP Baseball, Vodka, Voda 725. Was that Yoda? Is that Yoda or Voda? I can't really read it. Best dividends, thank you. Eve sent a rose. Eve, that is so sweet of you, thank you. El Sato Panzon. Okay, good evening. Rose, all these flowers. I'm getting flustered. Alan, how you doing? Hell no to TTD. No dividends. Thank you, Alan. Now, Alan, I'm going to agree with you. No dividends. I won't do it. However, Alan, I do like to be courteous to everyone. Somebody asked to look at TTD, so I'm going to look at it. I'm going to run it through the mill, put it up there. I'm not going to do it. Okay? I don't do stocks that don't have dividends because if and when the stocks drop, what are you collecting? Nothing. At least a company that pays out dividends and increasing dividends, if the stock goes down, I'm still getting higher and higher dividends because the company cannot continue to be a dividend king unless it continues to increase its dividends year after year after year. That's what I'm looking for. Who's that? Minty Fresh wants to take a look at Altria. And Johnny wants to look at TLRY. All right, we'll take a look at it. Hold on a second. But we're doing the 37s right now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now let's bring up the calculator. What is it saying? It's telling me $89 is the profit. Okay, max profit, 89. All right, fine. Now I want to divide it by my investment. Cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, at $3,600. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're investing in the stock market and you want to make money, you're going to need money to make money. All right, look at it this way. Okay, we're all human beings. We're all sitting at the end of the computer. We are the only species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. Okay, we got to pay to live on this little rock. All right, so that being said, how do you want to live? When you're done working, okay, my first job was in 1974. Okay, I retired in 2023, which is 2 years ago. Okay, so I've been retired for just a little tiny bit over 2 years. Still not quite used to it, but I'm getting better. You know, I wake up whenever I feel like, that's not the point. Anyway, when you retire, you got two choices. And don't think Social Security is going to come and rescue, because it's probably not going to. If you take whatever money you've accumulated in your working days, excuse me, you take that money, you have two choices. One, you can hand it over to a financial manager, a asset manager, a what do you call it, a hedge fund director, whatever, or banker. You can give it to someone else to take care of for you. Or what I like to do is take responsibility and do it yourself. It's your money. Nobody has more interest in your money than you do. So why would you give up accountability of your money to someone else? You don't like that idea? Well, fine. Take a look at all the big hedge funds. Take a look at all the big ETFs. Take a look at what they are investing in. As a matter of fact, let's do one right now. Let's do it. We're going to pick up an ETF. Somebody give me an ETF, a good one. Anyone? Anybody got an ETF? What if stock shoots up or down before option expires? Saeed, that's why we take a look at it every day. Yep, we take a look at it every day. What did I buy it for? What did I sell it? What did I sell against it? Where's it at now? Where's it going? What should I do? We look every single day. It's kind of like having a dog or a cat. You got to feed it every day. So, here we go. SPYVOO. All right, looks like VOO. Exactly. Handle your money yourself. Keep it close to your heart. Minty fresh. Nice to go. How much did you start with? Okay, actionnaires. I started with $12,500. I took a second mortgage on my house. This was back in the 1990s. Okay, I took a second mortgage on my house, 12,500, threw it into the stock market. I made a lot, I lost a lot. Okay, I slept on the couch a lot. Now, some of you guys know exactly what that means. So, let's finish this example, and then we're going to take a look at an ETF, and we're going to walk through a few things on the ETF that like, whoa, is that real? Yeah, hold on tight. Let's finish up this one. So the profit's 89, the investment's 3611. 3611. So the return is 2.4. 2.4 for 1 week. Now, here goes some even simpler math. Okay? If I'm getting 1% every week, that's my goal. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% every single week. Well, this one here is offering 2.4% for this week. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It sounds boring and it sounds repetitive. It means I have to do it every single week. I don't have to. I get to. I actually enjoy cultivating my own money because I am 100% responsible for my own actions. That's a true sign about being an adult. You got being 100% self-sufficient. Anyway, 2.4%. I like that one. All right, we're going to save this one, 2.4%. Why the hell not, right? All right, here we go. Come on. There it is. There it is. TTD, the trade desk. But one covered call, TTD, 19 December. The 37 call option. 89 is the profit. 3,600 is the investment. That's 2.4%. Okay, back to the simple math. If 1% a week is just over 50% per year, when's the last time you got 50%? Okay. 2% is going to be over 100% a year. Well, this is 2.4. That's going to be a lot more than 100%. I like that idea. All right. We're going to take a look at VOO because more people want to look at VOO than SPY. This is 3.4, right? 3.4. Gotta love it. Okay, this is the 37s and this is the 3650s. Can't forget that. Gotta make sure we're on the right track, right? All right, how much can we get weekly on average? Okay, blessed. I say it over and over and over again, at least 5 or 6 times every night. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. 1% per week on average is over 50% per year. I don't know about you, but I'm perfectly happy with 1% every single week. Okay? Once you get your account to a certain size, 1% is wonderful. Think about it this way. You get 150,000, 1% a week is 1,500. Okay? 200,000, 1% is 2,000 a week. You got $1 million, 1% a week is $10,000 a week. Okay? It is what it is. Minty Fresh, we're going to take a look at Altria in a little bit. But for those of you who don't want to invest your own money and you want to do, you want to give it to an ETF, what do you call that? Hold on a second. Okay, so somebody came up with an ETF VOO. We're going to take a look at exactly what is an VOO, and we're going to dissect it and see how we can do on our own. I think that's a great idea. Here we go, right here. $624 per share, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF VOO. Lovely. All right. This is what I want to see right here. Okay, let me go over this side. Right over here, holdings. This tells us exactly what is inside of VOO. Or at least this is what the managers want us to see. The interesting thing about ETFs and mutual funds and whatnot, they will load up on a bunch of crap just to get a nice number. But when it comes time to reporting, they get rid of the crap and they pile on the good stuff so that you're only seeing the good stuff. You're not seeing the other crap that they're investing in. Okay, so Vanguard. Here we go. This is what is in VOO. NVIDIA. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, AVGO, Google, Meta, Alphabet, Tesla, and Berkshire Hathaway. Those are just some of them. So for the fun of it, let's peek and take a look at what these stocks, what these are doing if you did it on your own. Okay? And then what we want to take a look at, let's see if I can do it this way. Hold on a second. Summary. I can. There we go. All right, do that and do this. That ought to be interesting. Yeah, that ought to be very interesting. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at NVIDIA. As much as I hate this dog, we're going to take a look at it anyway. So if you, oh, QQQ, HCHD, like every single one of those is less than desirable. All right, what do we have here? Wow, a lot of these questions. A lot of questions. All right, how much can we make on average? Okay, got that user. Dino, what's happening? Anna Marie. Uh-oh, Spawn 9532. What's a call? Oh boy, you're really new at this. A call is basically a call option. There's two different types of option: a put option and a call option. Call option, simply put, if you think the stock is going to go up and you want to invest in an option, okay, it's a call option. Call up. You think it's going to go down, you put it down. If you think it's going to go down, you'd buy a put option. Okay, it's a lot easier if you just go to either Google or go to YouTube and do a search there rather than me trying to explain everything here. Okay. All right. We're going to take a look at NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. So we're going to take a look at each and every one of them and see how it performs for the fun of it. All right? Hold that thought. Let's do this. You ready? NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft. Whoops. All right. NVDA, MSFT. What was the other ones? Other ones. Apple, AAPL, AMZN, AMZN, Amazon, shit, AVGO, okay, AVGO, GOOGL, Meta, GOOG, and what was the last one? TSLA, TSLA. All right, I think that's enough. We're going to run through each one of these here and see what kind of rate of return we can get on our own for 1 week doing it ourselves. Okay, first on the list, NVIDIA. Now, I don't like NVIDIA. You'd never catch me doing it, but, you know, hey, what the hell do I know? Come on. Okay. First one on our list, NVDA. NVDA. All righty, let's do this. You ready? NVDA. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? Don't know, don't care. We're just going to run through this as an exercise. All right? First and foremost, NVDA is at 177.72. So let's do the 177.50s right there. We're going to buy it at the market first thing in the morning. We're going to sell a covered call for next week. Not this week because there's only 3 days left. For next week, and let's just see the numbers. Okay, so covered stock, 70.50 right there. Get rid of this. One contract. All right, here's the numbers. Okay, buy one covered call NVIDIA. Okay, for next. I don't want this week. I want next week's. Damn it. Next week. Ooh, December 26th, 177.50. There it is right there. Okay, one contract right there. Market. Here's Johnny. Buy one covered call, NVIDIA. 26th December. It's going to be a Christmas present for you. You ready? Here comes a Christmas present. 177.50, 422, 17 grand. Let's check out that number. It's always the same. The math is always the same. Now, hypothetically speaking, this is live on YouTube and it's being recorded. So if you're not quite sure, you can always go back. User 846266306695. What is my return after taxes? You silly boy or girl, one or the other, you're under the assumption that I pay taxes. No, I don't pay taxes. Now, the reason why I don't pay taxes is a total different story, different subject. Okay? You got to come up with a better question. You ask a better question, you get a better answer. What's your return after taxes? That's not a really good question. Okay? Now, if I don't pay taxes, my return is what my return is. Now, if I do pay taxes, what is my rate? Okay? That is a different story, different question. Better question, better answer. Let's continue what we're doing. Okay, 422.50, 17,328. All right, 420. Okay, let's get rid of this. 422.50 is the profit. We're going to divide it by 17,328. I hit the wrong button. Hate when that happens. Clear. Let's try it one more time. 422.50 divided by 17,328. 2.4%. Now, do you understand that at all? Okay, one covered call, just one covered call on NVIDIA will give you a higher rate of return than if you bought this piece of crap and held it all year long. Because the dividend on NVIDIA is 1 penny. Okay, and 1 penny on a $180 stock is 0.04%. But one covered call could give me 2.4. Yeah, hold on. You're going to like this when we're done. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't want to do that. Let's do this. Okay, now let's save that. Let's go right there, right here. Here we go. Come on. There it is. NVIDIA 2.4. Here we go. There it is. NVIDIA. NVD. NVDA 26 December 177.5. The stock is currently at 177.72. Well, I'm going to buy it 177.72 and sell it for 177.50. There's a little bit of profit to be made there, but it's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is the premium for 22.50. Well, here's the thing. If I buy it at the current price, I sell a covered call at the current price to expire next Friday. That's 2.4% just on this one. Okay, NVIDIA right there. 2.4. Okay. 2.4. Next. What are we doing next? Shit. All right, next. Was it Microsoft? MSFT. Microsoft. Love it. Top, bottom. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. 476. The 476s right there, 477s are going for 580. Well, that works for me. Let's do that one. Hold on. All righty. So we'll get rid of this. 475. Right there. One contract. Here we go. One covered call, Microsoft, 26 December. That's next Friday. The 475. 673, and it's 46,000. Well, let's check out that number. All right. Calculator, 673. The investment, 48,827 grand. Wait a minute, 48,827. 827. There we go. 1.3. Okay, 1.3. 1.3 for Microsoft. Let's do this. Microsoft. Come on. I know you're going to pop up any second now. There it is. There we go. Microsoft. 26 December. 475. Here's the profit. Here's the investment. 1.3%. Okay, fine. One point three. Next, Apple. Come on, we all love Apple. We do, don't we? Let's do Apple. Hold on tight. Hold on to your britches. All righty. AAPL. Here we go. Check it out. Top, bottom, down, up, down, 274. The 275s. Right there. Okay, great. Let's do it. All right. The 275s right there. One contract. Here we go. Here we go. And there it is. Here we go. Okay. Buy one covered call. Apple. 26 December. Same thing. 275. 423. 27,000. Let's see how it all comes together. Are you ready? All right. So the profit's 423. And we're going to divide it by the investment, 27,007. Okay, 1.5%. All right, we're running on a roll now. Give it a second. Let it pop up. There it is. Yep, right here we go. There we go. Apple, 26 December. The 275 call option. Here's the profit, 423. Here's the investment. That's a 1.56%. It's 1.5. 1.5 every single week for the whole year. It's over 75% for the year, just on Apple. That's it. All right, let's get rid of this. What at 1.5? 1.5. Amazon, AMZN. I don't do Amazon either. They don't have dividends. But you want to take a look what ETFs are doing? Well, let's take a look. AMZN. Here we go right there. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, it's down, up, sideways. 2250. And there it is. Buy one. I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. Buy one covered call. Amazon, December 26th, the 222.50. Okay, 63 bucks, 22,000. That number don't look that appetizing at all. Well, let's take a look. 63 bucks. Divide by the investment, 22,187. Okay, you got to be shitting me. Oh, hell no. Do you see that? 0.02. No. I had to have made a mistake. That's way, no. That's crappy. Let's try that again. Okay. What am I looking at? 222.50. Paying 380. All right, let's do the 225s. Okay, the 225s. There we go. One contract. That's a little better. 184. Okay, buy one covered call Amazon, 26 December. The 225 call option, 184 is the profit, 22,000 is the investment. So what does that mean? Well, let's find out. The numbers don't lie. Let's do this. 184.50 divided by the investment, 22,316, comes to a grand total of 0.8. That's horrible, but we're doing it anyway. Okay, remember, we're taking a look at what the ETFs are doing. Well, this ETF, VOO, has Amazon, and Amazon's only paying 0.8. It's horrible, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh. Let's do this. All righty, 0.8. That's horrible. Horrible. Now, here we go. Okay, after I do this, I'm going to tell you something you probably don't know. Hey, Amazon, 26 December, the 225 call off. The stock's currently at 226. I'm selling it less than I'm paying for it. 184.50 is 22. Okay, now this is only paying 0.8. All right, so we're going to go 0.8. That's horrible. Next, AVGO. What's next? So we're going to do all these, and then I'm going to show you something really cool. You're going to say, no way. AVGO, Broadcom. Here we go. Let's get rid of that. Here we go. Here's the top, the bottom, where it was, where it is. Down, up, down. What's going on there? The 341s, the 340s. There we go. Let's do the 340s. Makes sense. 340 right there. One contract. Okay, market. Here we go. Buy one covered call, AVGO, 26 December, 340 at the market, 757.33. That's a nice number, that one. It's a hell of a lot better than Amazon. Calculator. 757 and 50 cents. We're going to divide that by the investment, 33,243, grand total of 2.2%. .2% for AVGO. We're not quite done yet. We got 4 more to go. AVGO. AVGO, 26 December, the 340 call options, 757, 33,000 is the investment, 2.27% for 1 week. Why the hell not? Why not indeed? No, I hate it when it does that. And yes, it does it often. So it happens when you get technology. Enjoy. Give it a second before she pops back up again. Well, yeah, Steve L. wants to take a look at McCormick. Ari, hey, do you know this show reg rule 203? Ari, what is that? See if we're on the same page. What was this? 2.27. 2.2. Nice. Let's keep on going. So, Ari, what is SHO Reg Rule 203? McCormick, what's your return? You did that one. Sean hit Riley today and gapping up tomorrow. Cool. I don't understand what the dividend really is. Okay, Keith, the dividend. The dividend is a portion, small portion of the company's profits. Okay, so if I give you a bunch of my money and say, Keith, I'm giving you this money, you run your company. I want a portion of your profits. Okay, so when you buy a stock, you own a portion of the company, which entitles you to a portion of the profits. Very small, but you're still entitled to it. Okay, next on the list. Shit, what is next on the list? Hold on. All right, MSAGGO, Google, GOGGL. Okay. GOGL. Okay, here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look, it's down, up, down, 306, the 305s. Okay, let's do those. The 305s, that's the closest. There we go. One contract at the market. There we go. And here's the numbers. By one covered call, Google, 26 December, 305 call option. Here's the profit. Here's the investment. What's the rate of return? Okay. Okay, I'm getting to a point. Okay. So sit tight. I'm actually getting to the point when I get there, you're going to go, holy shit. Seriously, most of you are going to say, holy shit, I can't believe I'm being ripped off. Hold on, because you're going to love it in a couple of seconds. Okay, so profit 535. Okay, profit 535. The investment is 30,000. Okay, 535 divided by 29,965. Grand total of 1.8%. Okay. .8%. Let's do this. 1.8. Come on. There we go. Google. 26 December. 305 call option. 535 is the profit. 30 grand is the investment. 1.8% is the return for 1 week. Sit tight. We're still not done yet. Hold on. Hold on. You guys wanted to see what an ETF does. Next one on the list. Oh, what was this one? Oh, crap. 1.8. Did I just do that? 1.8. I don't know. Did I? No, I didn't. GGL. Okay. 1.8. Meta. Meta's up next. Come on down, Meta, you piece of crap, you. META. Now, the reason I say that, it only has 2 years of dividends. Okay? I don't know about you, but I want my companies to have decades of profits, not just 2 years. All right, right here, right here, right here. Okay, hold on, right there. Playtika, 10% dividends with gaming platform. Ari, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but if you want to give me the ticker symbol, we'll take a gander at it. Meta. What was next? Was it Meta? Yeah, it is Meta. Okay. Top, bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? 657. 657 right there. So let's do the 657. I want to do it right at the exact same amount of money. Okay, just one. Market. Here we go. Meta. By one covered call. 26 December. 657.50. 1,100 is the profit. 64,000 is the investment. Now, some of these numbers might be big, but it's going to give you an idea of what to look for as you progress in your journey. Okay? If you're putting money into an ETF, you're going to be enlightened by the numbers that these options are actually paying out. Calculator, profit 1122 divided by the investment 64 large comes to a grand total of 1.7%. Righty. 1.7%. Come on, there it is. Here we go. Meta. 26 December. All the exact same weeks, all the exact same trades. Basically 657. Here's the profit. Here's the investment. It comes to 1.7% for 1 week. Okay, that's Meta. Fine. 1.7. Okay. 1.7. We got two more, Google and Tesla, and then we're going to come up with something totally different, going to blow your mind. Check this out. Check this out. Okay, where are we now? Google. G-O-O-G. Okay. Give it a second. Nope, there it is. Google, 307. There he goes, the top, the bottom is down, up, down, 307. The 307 is right there. Let's take a look. The 307 is one contract. Google, 26 December, 307 call option, exactly where the stock is. The stock's at 307.73. I'm doing the 307.50. It's the closest one. I want to get in. I want to get out. I want to get that very small profit, and I want to get on my day. 30 is the investment. 600 is the profit. Calculator, come on down. We got one more to go after this. Okay, 595 divided by 30,155, grand total of 1.9. All right, that's 2%. 1.97, come on, let's not split hairs. But for those of you who want to split hairs, we'll keep it at the 1.97. All righty. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. There we go. 1.9. We got one more to go. Tesla. Here we go. Google, 26 December, 307.50. 595 is the profit. 30K is the investment. That's a 1.9% for 1 week. Hold on. I'm getting to the conclusion. We've got one more to go. Uh-oh. Come on. All right. I got one more to go. Got to make these a little bit smaller. $1.9. All right, NVIDIA. All right. Amazon. There we go. Wait a minute. Am I missing one? I am. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple. We already did Google. I missed one. Ah, shit. TSLA. Let's do TSLA, call it a day. I'm missing one of them. TSLA. Here we go. I keep forgetting to do that button. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, 489. The 490s. There we go. Right there. Let's do that one. The 490s. Right there. One contract. Market. Here we go. All right. Here it is. Tesla. December 26th. The 490 call option. 1,647,000. Let's see that rate of return. CGC, do your own research. Thank me later. I have no idea what that means, dude. Seriously, don't. Let's go right to there. Let's put it right there. Sit tight. All right, calculator. Clear that. 1609.50 divided by the investment 47,391, 391 gives me a grand total of 3.39. That's the biggest one so far, 3.39. All right, so let's find out which one we're missing. Let's find out which one we are missing. There we go. TSLA. 26 December, 490 call. 1,647,000. 3.39%. Let's call it 3.4. It is what it is. $3.3. All right, so let's see if I got this. That's Tesla. This is Google. This is Meta. This is Google with an L. This is AVGO. This is Amazon. This NVDA. All right, missing Apple. We're missing Apple. All right. Let's try Apple one more time because apparently we misplaced it. AAPL. Right there, 274, the 274.61, the 275s, there it is right there. Let's do this. 275 right there. One contract. Market, here we go. And here's the numbers. We've already seen these. I need to do it again because I don't have it off the top of my head. Okay, 418.50 divided by 27,000. 0.82 comes a grand total of 1.5%. Okay, that is it. Now, there's a reason why I'm showing you this. Okay, 1.5. Apple, 1.5. Okay. There she is. Apple, 26 December, 275 call option. 418, 27,000 is the investment. 1.5%. All right. When there's the missing piece of the puzzle, 1.5. All right. So now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that you can't do this all yourself. Well, here's the funny thing. Let's go in and check these stocks, each individual one, find out when they pay their dividends. Okay, so that being said, marketplace. All right. NVIDIA. Wait a second. Wait. Whoa. Amazon has no dividends. Okay. No dividends. Whoops. Okay. NVIDIA. All right. That dividend sucks. That one's okay. No dividends. No dividends. Okay. Only two of them have no dividends. Well, let's add it up. Now, the reason why I want to add it up is quite plain and simple. All right. So, hypothetically speaking, all right. Now, let's go. I wanted to show you something. I want to show you what the yield and what the dividends are for VOO. All right. Now, the reason why I want to show you this is you're going to be enlightened. Okay, Vanguard ETF. Now, why isn't any of that open? It should already be there. All right, here we go. VOO. All right, are you ready for this? For those of you that love VOO, look at the yield. Okay, you put in $624 per share. $624 per share. Look at the yield. 1.12. That's what VOO is paying. 1.12. The dividend, where is it? Shit. Okay. Let's check and see if the dividend's up here. Okay. Historical prices. I want to click here. Dividends only. Now I want to check all the dividends. Okay. So we're looking at all the dividends for VOO. And we know what numbers are. It's $624 a share. Okay, $1.74. So they pay it once every month, right? Wait a minute, June, September, March. No, they pay it quarterly. All right, so here we go. We're going to take the quarterly rate of return. Are you ready for the quarterly rate of return? We're taking the 174 and we're multiplying it by 4 because it's 4 dividends in the year. All right. So $1.74 multiplied by 4 quarters. Remember, there's 4 quarters in the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So VOO pays once every 90 days. So you're going to invest $624 to make a $6.96 dividend. Okay, for your investment. That's the dividend you're going to receive, $6.96. Okay. Now, let's divide that to get the rate of return. You take the profit, you divide it by the investment, 624. Okay, divided by 624 gives me a grand total of 1.1%. Do you comprehend that? VOO is supposed to be this huge, super wonderful ETF. Well, the ETF is paying 1.1%. I got some noise over here. Who's making that noise? KJ. Come on, KJ. You know better than that. All right. Thanks, KJ. So think about it. You're paying $624 per share to pick up $6.96 in dividends, which comes to a total of 1.1% return on your money. Well, if you did it yourself, if you took your money and put it into NVIDIA, 2.4%, that's twice as much as VOO would give you. 1.3, that's more. 1.5, 0.8, 0.2, 2.2, 1.8. Add them all up together because you can do each and every individual stock one at a time, because they all do not do the same things over and over and over again. So think about it. You're investing your money. You're giving your money to an ETF, an electronically traded fund. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're giving it to a computer. And the computer is putting it where it thinks it deserves to go. And it is paying you 1.1% for the year. You could do it yourself and triple or quadruple the amount of money, because this 1.1% is divided by 4 dividend payments. Okay? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. You hold it for a whole year, you get a 1.1% return. Okay? You do Microsoft. Microsoft will give you 2.2 for 1 week. So why the hell are you giving your money to a money manager or a computer? Okay, you probably could say, well, they charge less commissions. Yeah, they charge you less commissions, but look at what they're giving you. 1.1%? Like, come on. It's your money. Do what you want with it. I would not trust my money to a computer, and I definitely wouldn't give it to someone who's getting anything less than 15% per year. I can get 15% with my eyes closed. Okay, Artie, Platika, 10% dividends with gaming platform. You got to give me the ticker symbol or it doesn't mean anything. Okay, iQuint, I'm not going to do SPY. I'm not even going to look at any of the ETFs. I looked at them over and over and over again. They all have basically the same stocks in them. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Meta, blah, 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 all that crap. Why not just do it yourself? And you can get a weekly cash flow instead of a quarterly dividend. There's 13 weeks in a quarter. 13. Okay? One trade on Microsoft alone will double the amount that VOO will give you for the year. So why the hell are you putting your money into VOO? Now, I can do the same thing with VTI. I can do the same thing with SPY. All of them are basically the same. They all do the same thing. They take all the money, put it into these great big seven or eight stocks, and they all get roughly the same piece of crap rate of return. 1%, 2%. No, thank you. No, thank you. All right. How much did I start with? We already did that question. VOO, SPW. Not even going to do that. Not even going to do that. All right. I'm going to grab a seat and we're going to take on some questions. Now, Mux Capital, how you doing? Yep, I did Tesla, did Amazon, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Did you take profits? Alex, I don't take profits on Tuesday. Sorry, here's Alex. Yay! Dawson. What's happening, Dawson? Don, how are you doing? Just fun. How are you? Don, 2 accounts. No, Don, I got 7. I share 2 of them, 3 of them publicly. Micho, what's happening? Dr. Dev, here is Johnny. Anu Nabu. Oh, you make fun of the Nabu. CAG, Canagra. Okay, what do we have down here? Check your phone's native camera settings before starting the stream. Okay, go to settings, camera, toggle off mirror, front camera. You do realize like you're the 12th person who told me the exact same thing. I could do that. And then when I get back to YouTube, still inverts it. Sorry. Thanks for the offer, though. Okay. Mr. Mans, SPY, hell no. CLM, no. QQQ, no. VEA, no. UXRP, what the hell is that? All right, let's get rid of that. Let's take a look at UXRP. Nope. UXRP. Hell no. Who came up with that one? Hold a second there, Vinod. I got something for you. 2 things, Mr. Vinod. Number 1, look at this thing. It's dropping like a rock. I'm going to say no just because of that. But then December, January, March, June, those are monthly options. I don't do monthly options because they just don't work for me. You like them, you do them. Don't ask me about them. I don't like them. Thank you, Chris Davis. Bully, Graham, Miami B 305. What's happening, Miami? ADMA. What the hell is that? CLM. What the hell is that? Cornerstone. All right. CLM. No options. Yeah. No. PAYR. Federated Hermes Enhanced Income Fund ETF. Hell no. Look at all these gaps. Wow, look at them all. That's a shitload of gap. And no options. Yeah, no, thank you. Okay, F-Tech. JF Technology. Can't find that symbol. That means no. Thank you, Chris. ADMA. Take no excuses. ADMA. ADMA Biological. No, I don't do monthlies. Okay, the sign says weeklies only. Okay, Dr. Treeman. Rich, what's happening? DDAM, what's going on? Jimmy, FL Hockey, what's going on? CGC, do your own research. Thank me later. CGC. Canopy Growth Corporation. No. Okay, I have no idea who that is, but this thing was less than $1 a year ago. I mean, 8 months ago. Less than $1. Okay, I seriously doubt this thing has 2 decades of profits. CGC, hell no. That's just me. What the hell do I know? Jay, what's going on? Mark, how you doing? Street Money. Bonang Financial Institute. Good evening. Bonang Financial Institute. H-Town, PAS, Plains All American. Change that. Interesting. I'm going to say no to Plains All American. I don't buy at the high of the year. Think about it. Does it really make sense to buy? If this thing was worth more than $52, it would be more than $52. It's just not. Cuban Dote, the VYM. Isn't that an ETF? VYM. Aren't we done with them? VYM. Vanguard ETF. Hell no, I don't do monthlies. Okay, there's just no money there for me. Sorry. Freckled Queen back again. Alex Kelly, how are you? Okay, H-Town, we did look at PAAS. No. Julian, if I get into stocks, what should I invest into? Education, Julian. Educate yourself. Take your time. Paper trade. Open up a trading account and then paper trade a strategy that you understand and that you can comprehend, and then follow the rules. Rule 1, never buy something you don't want to hold on to or you don't understand. Rule 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. And yes, it is a game, just like Monopoly. 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. Go around, every week, week after week, weekly options. I get to go past go. That's interesting. I like that idea. Coming up with a game idea based on the stock market. And every week, every Friday would be the, go past go, collect your dividend. Well, great. What stocks did you buy? What dividends did you collect? Ooh, my mind's really racing now. Oh, Blake Nathan Berry. How do you know I'm from Marshfield, Blake? Interesting question. Do I miss it? Yes and no. Okay. I find it very distressing that it's very uncomfortable trying to afford a house in my hometown. Okay. When I grew up in the 60s and 70s, my mother had an option to buy the house that we lived in, for I think it was $7,500. $7,500. My mother had the option to buy that house, $7,500. She didn't know anything about options whatsoever. Now, the lady she was renting from, okay, well, when she passed, my mother could never find that option. And now that house, if it was still there, would be well over $500,000. She had the opportunity to buy it at $7,500, and she rented that house. My mother rented the same house for 30 years. 30 years my mother rented the same house from the same lady for 30 years. If I get into stocks, what should I invest in? Julian, education, first and foremost. Anu Nabu, the Nabu like CAG. Let's look at CAG, Conagra. Interesting. We were looking at this the other day, looking for the new bottom. There it is right there. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up. Okay. 1774 to 1750s. Oh, hell yeah. I like those numbers. Let's see what it looks like. Dun, da, da, da. The 1750s right there. Okay. What do we have? McLegend. Thoughts on SPY, QQQ, deep out of the money covered calls? Nope, I don't like any of those. Now, the reason I said no, don't take my word for it. Do your own research. The reason I don't like them, okay? I like companies, I like entities. You can call it whatever you want. It's an ETF. Yeah, I get that, blah, blah, whatever. But take a look at the premiums or the dividends that they give you on a monthly or quarterly basis. And then check to see, are they consistently profitable? Is it, we're going to hold that thought for 1 second. I want to show you something, but let's do this first. Okay, we're going to do Conagra first, and then I want to show you something. Okay, don't forget. All right, so here we go. 1750. There we go. One contract. I've been doing this long enough. You figured I'd get it right, but no. I keep messing it up. Here we go. Buy one covered call, Conagra, 26 December, same one, 1750, 38 bucks. It's only 1700. That one might be a little bit more economical for some of you. But let's check out the numbers. Okay. So if my investment is getting me 38 and 50 cents and it's 1700 bucks, well, that comes to a grand total of 2.2%. That's basically the same as Microsoft. Think about it. Microsoft was giving you a 2.2% for 1 week, but it was like $500 or $600 per share. Well, here you go with Conagra, $17 a share, and still giving you the exact same rate of return. Some people look at dollar figures. I don't. Because dollar figures are nice, but what is the rate of return that you're getting? Italy, do I sell weekly or monthly options? Weekly options only. What do I think of Toro with their 175 dividend? Bob, sit tight for a second. We'll take a look at it. All right, so we're going to save Conagra. It's 2.2. Why the hell not? I mean, my goal is 1%, and this is offering me 2.2. Well, that's twice as much as I wanted. That works for me. All right, let's do this. Conagra. Here we go. There we go. Cut. Conagra, 26 December, the 1750 call option. Here's my profit. Here's my investment. What does it come to? 2.2% for 1 week. So I like Conagra at 2.2% for 1 week, and it's just doing that stupid thing again. Yep. All righty. Let's take some questions while we're waiting for this. Blake Nathan Berry. How many Berries do I know from Marshfield? I know a couple of the girls, but I don't know Blake. All right, let's keep on going. Oh, Bob wants to take a look at Toro. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's go back to here. Let's put in Toro. Toro. No. Who came up with that? Bob. Okay, Bob, when I say weekly options only, Toro, whoops, it's not on there. What did we come up with in this one? I forget. 2.2? 2.2. 2.2. So we got 3 so far. We got to come up with 2 more. I'm not counting these because that's something totally different. All right. So let's go back to. Here we go. All righty. What do we have next? Oh, wow. We got a lot of questions. Let me get comfortable. Let's do this. Now, today's only Tuesday, which means Wednesday is half the week over. All right. Why the hell did you trade Jay Bruner? I have no idea what that is. All right. What do we have? 2 accounts. We already did that one. Here's Johnny. All right. Already did that one. CAG. We already did that. All right. MO Altria. Johnny Altria. He wanted to look at that one. Nice. I like Altria. You see this right there? Look at that. There's the top. Here's the bottom. Down, up, down, up. Nice. 59.33. The 59 is going for 70. Hold on a second. If the 59.33, okay, the 59 is going for 70 cents, but I'm losing 33 cents right off the top. So I take 33 off of this, and I'm walking away with 37. No. Sorry, I like it. I do. This looks awesome, but the numbers don't look that good. So it's going to be a no. Just fun. I'm the beginner. Okay, welcome. Thank you for showing up. Ask some good questions. All right, so no to this one. What should we look at next? Or Duolingo. Speed up drawing. Okay, John, TLRY. What's that? I heard that one before. TRLY. Terra. Okay, no options. No, thank you. All right, SYM. Symbiotic. Never heard of it. Yeah, most likely no dividends. Most likely. Okay, 62.69. I do the 63s. They're paying $2.95. Okay, so $2.95 on a $63 stock. That can't be right. 4%, 5? No, not quite 5%, but it's a little over 4%. Let's check it out. Okay, here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. To 63. There we go. Let's check this number out. Now, this is not a recommendation. Okay. Calls. There we go. Now, I want the 63s right there. Just one. Market. Here we go. By one covered call, SYM. I have no idea who they are. 26th December, the 63 call option. 343 is the profit. 5,900 is the investment. Holy cow. I have no idea who this company is. All right. Calculator. 343 divided by 59.57 comes to a total of 5.7%. If you like this company. All right, well, let's put it down. It's not a recommendation. Okay, it's just an observation. An observation. That's what it is. 5.7% if you like this company. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, there it is right there. You can barely see it. There she is. SYM, 26 December, the 63 call option. Here's your profit, 343. Here's your investment, 5,900. 5.7% for 1 week if you like it. All right, well, let's check it out. All right, let's do this, and that, and this, and that. We got one more to go. One more. 5.7. Nice. Next. All right. CLM, great dividend stock. Brad, I'm going to have to disagree with you. Okay, CLM is a monthly, and that's basically a no for me. If you do monthlies, hey, more power to you. Brendan, rum. What the hell is rum? RUM. Interesting. No idea who this company is. Rumble. Okay, Rumble Incorporated. Okay, top, bottom, drop, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right here, 668. Okay, the 650s are going for 0, 0. Yeah, no. Bunch of zeros. I don't like a bunch of zeros. No. MSTR, no. SJW, isn't that SJW? That's not. Okay, McLean. Okay, if you like the stock, do you just hold forever, collect the dividend, and keep making premiums from covered calls right up until the point where it stops being profitable? Because as a stock increases, okay, your entry price never increases. So if I bought this stock here at 668, okay, and then it jumped to $7, $8, $9, my entry point is still going to be the exact same. And as I go to roll my options from 1 week into another, okay, eventually they stop giving me 1%, and then it just makes sense just to let it go. But it's always a numbers game. What did I buy it for? What am I selling against it? Where's it at now? Where's it going? And what should I do? Unless you get called out. Okay. SJW, XLE. Tristan, what's XLE? XLE, State Street Energy ETF. I'm going to say no because of this big, huge drop right here. Okay? It's dropping like a rock. No. MSTR, I'm not even going to bother with that one. I know exactly what that thing is. SJW, SJW Group, no options. No. Sorry. MSTR, no. TSLA, no. Travis, CCJ. What the hell is CCJ, Travis? Cameco. Okay. Not this week. Okay, take a look at it. Okay, here's your bottom. Here's your top. She drops, shoots up, pulls back, back up, back down. It's going down at the moment, the 87. Yeah, no. No. TLRY. John, I think we already do TLRY. Okay. TLRY. Tilray Brands. TLRY. Here we go. Let's check it out. TLRY. Let's find out. Okay, so John Valusek, TLRY, has no dividends. Okay, so why are we looking at a stock that has no dividends on a dividend investing channel? Okay, the channel's name is Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow, or Dividend Stock Talk. So if we're looking at dividend stocks, why are you asking me about TLRY? It has no dividends, so why are we looking at it? What did you? Okay. Aileron, Tommy, American Airlines. I'm going to say no to American Airlines, and the reason why. What did you buy, sir? What did you trade? Okay, really? That's the name you're going by? GOD? All right, what I buy is Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, anything on Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists right there is about 300 companies. Every week we check and see how many new stocks have they added. This week alone, we're up to 10,710 different companies to invest in. So why would I want to look at anything that doesn't fit? That's like going to the store shopping for a new suit and looking at them. They look great on the mannequins, but when I try them on, they look like crap and they feel like crap. So why would I buy one? It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. No. Simple. No. Julianne, do you write down your own contracts? No. Andrian. Okay, thank you. Mr. Lewis, how are you? Javier. MSTR strategy to the moon. I'm going to say no to MSTR, dude, because no. Oh, Habendonte, tax loss harvesting. Yeah, you could do that. Or you can just decide, hey, you know what? I don't want to pay taxes anymore. And then you file what's called a revocation of election, basically saying, thank you very much, but I am going to quit. CHTR. What is that? CHTR. Charter Communications. Okay. Fresh on Warren Buffett's list. Okay. 211. The 210s are going, oh, hell yeah. Look at the top, bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. 211. Let's look at the 210s. That looks lovely. This will be the last one of the evening. Last one of the evening. And I'll take questions, and that will be it. Holy cow. I got a lot of questions. CHTR, the 212s. There we go. One contract at the market. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. By one covered call, CHTR, the 212.50s. 616, 20 grand. What are those numbers? Calculator. 616 is the profit. Okay, right there. Max profit, 616. Now, remember earlier, any video you see me do, hey, everybody, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Simple. The covered call is one of the easiest strategies there is. Safe, it's so safe that you can do it in your IRA. Third, it is, I forget. Don't get old. Seriously. Shit just, no. Anyway, there's the profit, 616. We're going to divide it by the investment, 20,634. 2.9%. Let's call it 3. I like 3. 3 works for me. This will be the last one for the evening. Then we're just going to do questions. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. There it is. You barely see it. CHTR, 26 December, 212.50, 616, 20 grand. This is a 2.9% return for 1 week. Think about it. 1% a week is over 50% per year. Well, 2% a week is definitely over 100% a year. Well, 2.9, that's got to be at least 150% per year. When's the last time you ever did that? But do you like this company? That's the big question. Uh, 2.9. That's it. That's our 5 for tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Over. It's 11 o'clock. I've done my time. Let's answer some questions and we'll go from there. What's my opinion of Coney? Hassan Saeed, you really got to take a look at the options. Not the options, sorry. The dividends. What has Coney done over the last 10 years? You take one look at that and you probably won't want to buy it again. Kunga Buma. I have no idea what that is. SYM. Brant Bojack. No idea what that is. SYM. Ask me tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. That's a great analogy. Monopoly. You like that one, Mike? Nabu. Can you see the position you placed? Or can we see the position you placed last night? Current profit. Well, it wouldn't be a profit until next week. I'm sorry, until this Friday, until the market closes. What's the best type of research to learn? Okay, ball in out. Okay, my opinion, or I don't really give advice, but here's your thing. You really want to do some research. Okay, find out what it is you're looking to get out of this endeavor. Why are you doing it in the first place? Okay, you know why I'm doing it. I'm retired. The money I have, I got two choices. I could give it to a money manager and take that crappy 4% draw that they talk about all the time, or I can do it myself and make 1% every week. Now, granted, it's not set it, forget it. I do it every single day, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, it takes me 3 to 4 seconds to analyze a chart. I'm looking for 5 things. High, low, was, is, where's it going? That's it. And then I take a look at the numbers. Do the numbers work or do they not? Either they do or they don't. He tried everything to no avail. He would have to use the front camera and use a secondary phone to monitor the chat. You're absolutely right. Is there a way to flip? All right. Is there a way to flip your screen or your stream so we can see the TV not mirrored? Okay, you ready? I'm going to flip the screen. You ready? Watch this. There you go. What do you think? You like that? It's flipped. Just flip it back. At least I flip it back, you can actually see me. So yeah, if I flipped it, if I turn the phone around, there's still that possibility it might or might not work. Okay, but then I can't see the questions and I can't interact. So what is it that you want? Do you want to see everything and not be able to ask questions? Or do you want to go to a different channel where it's not reversed? Because we're streaming on 9 different channels and this is just one of them. All right, what do we got? Holy shit, 99 questions. Richie Rich, what stock was that? Oh, that is CHTR. Yo, thoughts on SoFi technology? Ask me tomorrow. Glad to be here, Trip. Way to go. I just gave you what to look up for. Thank you, Alex. Can you give us a list of weekly dividend stocks to buy? Brad, no, I cannot. Okay, I don't tell people what to buy. It is your own responsibility to do your own research. I can tell you exactly what I'm doing and show you what I do, but it's your responsibility to find stocks that you like. Okay, my stocks I like. Okay, what's your suggestion of 50 grand capital investment of options? Okay, just fun. I wouldn't do options unless you really understood them, because they can be risky if you don't know what you're doing. So, Brad, the list of weekly stocks. Are you ready? Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. That's your list right there. Wow, I finished that one. That one's all done. Now I got 99 to go on this one. What do we have here? Pursue, Vinny, Shaq, what's happening? Kenray, good evening. Robbie G, Steve-O. What is the stock? What is the stock go down? What is the stock go down? You mean what if? Well, the stocks all go down. If you're under the impression that there's a stock out there that doesn't go down, I'm sure there's a lot of people who pay a lot of money for that information. Henry Enbridge doesn't have weekly options, no. Velos, what's happening? Earth Angel, won't you be mine? My darling dear, love you all the time. Okay, Ken Calthrone. Ah, oui, oui, monsieur. Comment ça va? Bonsoir. Miami XLM. We're going to take a look at it tomorrow. I love pugs. That's like the worst possible dog possible. If you want to take a dog with the highest list of issues, it's going to be a pug. And then you got the English Bulldog. Another problem with that one, too. Gotta run. Have a good night. Paul. Have a good night, Paul. You should have gone into singing career. No, I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but thank you very much. Roy, F-E-P-I. Never heard of it. Ask me tomorrow. I'm here every night, okay, from 9 until 11. That's 2 hours. Okay, get here early. Ask me whatever you want. I'll be more than glad to help you out. Okay, just fun. Cocoa butter. Nikita. Nikita. Oh, wait a second. I knew a song about Nikita. It's from Belgium. I knew someone who actually sing it. Is VGT a winner? Meat squared. Oh, hell no. Yeah. Okay, mukbangangs. Okay, BYND. I don't do that just on principle. Something about a steak that's grown in a laboratory on a machine? No, sorry. Brad, GOF. Talk to me tomorrow about it. Sean, love Oracle. Mukbang gangs. Covered call, it's better to sell weeklies. They have more premiums built in versus selling monthly. I'm going to agree with you. It's better to sell covered calls weeklies 4 times in a month as opposed to selling monthly. I'm going to agree with you again. Costa Nostra, what's up? How are you today? Alex is in the house. All right, mukbang gangs. Yeah, BYND. Don't care. It's just something about that just makes me want to yak, just the thought of it. Winter LL, how are you doing today? Long Beach, filmmaker, what's going on? Pooch, Campbell's Soup. Ooh, ask me tomorrow. I like Campbell's Soup. Anthony Vargas, how are you today? JRB Athletics, RDXY. Any words on this weekly dividend stock? Never heard of it. That's weird because I've been doing this for 30 years. So if I've never heard it, more than likely it wouldn't fit. Because I like to think, I could be wrong, and I do admit when I am wrong, okay? If there's a stock out there that has 20 years of consistent profits and weekly options, I like to think I know who it is, okay? I never heard of that one. So more than likely, it doesn't have weekly options or it doesn't have dividends, one or the other. Or if it has dividends, it's not 20 years of consistently increasing dividends. Because if it was, it would be on my list. I don't know who it is, so it's automatically going to be a no. After midnight, I'm gonna let it all hang out after midnight. Did we do Google? Yes, Steve, we did Google already. Florida hockey. Yes, I did. Thank you. Pooch, you're awesome. Thanks. Phantom, I did Google already. Thanks, man, for showing us this. Caleb, you're welcome. Michael O'Leary. Thank you, Michael O'Leary. Fairwater one. All right. Pooch. Already did that. Uh-oh. Where am I? Can you analyze SLTY tomorrow? MHMM. Bore, please. BORR. Tomorrow. Can we look at bore or keg tomorrow? I've been here since 9 o'clock. Okay. I'd like to get some rest. What are your favorites and why? Nikita, that's an easy one. My favorites are Dividend Kings. Why? Because most of them are over 100 years old, and most of them have been consistently profitable for more than 5 decades. Mo, WY, tomorrow. Thanks for the explanation. Cool beans. Ginny, what's up? Just got on. Very interesting. Will you do another session later? Yeah, tomorrow night. Every night. I do one at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I do one at 9 o'clock at night. And the one at 9 o'clock in the morning is a paid version. So, yeah, unless you want to pay to be on that one, no. Here's free. Ask whatever questions you want here. Mo, we'll take a look at WY tomorrow if you're here. El Gato Blanco. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? What do you do when the stock moves down more than you collect within 5 days? Well, I hold on to it, and I do it again the next week, lower my strike price a little bit. LIN, Phantom, we'll take a look at tomorrow. Any good reads? Yep. JD, ZM, tomorrow. Beto, LTC, tomorrow. RKLB, Rocket Labs, tomorrow. Could be. Do you sometimes get your options exercised all the time? And I'm perfectly okay with getting an exercise. Think of it this way, okay? Look at Charter, okay? It's at 211. Okay, if I buy it at 211 and I sell it at 212, not only do I collect the premium, which is more than 1%, which is my goal ultimately, if somebody exercises it, they take it away from me. I get the difference between my purchase price and my sale price, and I still get to keep the premium. That's even better. Long Beach filmmaker, Yeti is not 20 years old. Sorry. LTC, Beto tomorrow night. Long Beach, thank you. Chino, tomorrow. SPY, hell no. Beto, LTC, maybe later. NTR, Long Beach, tomorrow. Chino, tomorrow. The Car Dog, I'm glad to see you too, dude, but not today. ZMALL, you guys come up with some good ones. Yep. American Airlines has weekly options. Vanguard or Fidelity. I don't like either one. Sorry. I like Charles Schwab. Now, I don't like Charles Schwab trading platform. I like Think or Swim, which Charles Schwab just so happened to acquire when they bought TD Ameritrade. Abdullah, explain how you can really earn from covered calls. Okay, Abdullah, if you collect a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% a week, whatever your investment is, okay, you got 100 grand, 1% a week is $1,000. Okay, $1,000 a week at the end of the year, that's $52,000. That's more than 50% rate of return. That's what I'm looking for, Abdullah. 1% every single week. That's my goal. Now, do I get it every week? No, but I do average 1.4% every week. So some weeks I get less than, okay, so 4 times this year I got less than 1%. But the rest of the time I got more than 1%. So I'm kind of okay with that. All right, let's keep on going. Long Beach, AMAT, love it. Fang, no. LGIH, no. NTR, maybe. VTSAX, no idea. Could be, do your options get exercised at times? Yes, they are. I already said that. Take a look at NTR tomorrow. Tomorrow. What is that software? Behind me, that software is called Think or Swim. I got nothing to do with it. I just like it. I've been using it for over 20 years. The one thing I like best about Think or Swim, it hasn't changed in 20 years. It's the exact same. One thing I cannot stand is having to learn something over and over and over again. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. ZM next time. I had to look it up. It's Charles Schwab. Thank you. Think or Swim by Charles Schwab. Oh, nice. Thank you. SLTY tomorrow. Yep. CHTR. We got that one. Please take a look at NTR tomorrow. Okay, you got to realize you're like, I do other things. This is not the only thing I do. So yeah, I was up all day today. I'm supposed to be retired, but I had some employees here today doing some work around the yard, on the house. So yeah, CVX. I love Chevron. Victoria, how are you doing? One more, please. It's NTR. Oh, you did say please, NTR. NTR. Here we go. There you go, right there. NTR. 62.41. The 63s are going for 50 cents. Okay, you want to take a look at NTR? Hell no. The reason why is that is less than 1%. No, thank you. Okay, I think okay, I have no idea what that means. I don't know what platform he is getting questions from, but it isn't TikTok. Smoky weeder day. Okay, I'm not quite sure why you would say that because I got 9 platforms. I'm live streaming on 9 different platforms. You're not the only dancer on the dance floor. Okay, there's other channels, and I go from one to the other, answering all the different questions. I just happen to be reading yours at this time. What stock did you find tonight? Oh, GW Veach, we found a bunch of them. Meaty, what's going on? All right, where are we? Freckle Queen, thank you. Victoria, hey, Mr. Divide. Okay. But does CHCR pay dividends? Maybe I'm overlooking it. Earth Angel. CHTR. I have no idea. To be totally honest with you, my dear, it was pointed out to me this evening, about 15 minutes ago, that old Warren put CHTR on his list. So I have no idea whatsoever. Kevin, how do you place an order on Thinkorswim platform? I can't believe you just asked me that question. Okay. Kevin, let's say hypothetically I like NTR and I want to buy it. If I want to buy NTR, just the stock, I click on that right there. Okay, I go clickety right there, and look at that. It automatically fills it out for me. Then what I got to do is I got to figure out how many I want to buy. All right? Then I got to decide, is it going to be a limit order or a market order? And then is it going to be an order just for the day or until I cancel it? All simple stuff. And then I hit confirm and send. That's it. It's actually that easy. And if I want to do a covered call, well, first of all, I got to change this right here from single to covered call right there. And if I like it at 61.85, I'm going to want to do the 62s because that's the closest. The closest premium, closest strike price to 61.85 is the 62, and it's right there. So I just line it up right there, and I hit buy, and there it is right there. And then I got that tedious thing of how many do I want. That's it. It's actually pretty easy. And that's why I like it. Taco Eater, CHTR is on Buffett's list. DeMarcy, do you pay 0.65 per contract? Yep. Okay, when I do this, check this out. You ready? Here it is. Who came up with that one? Okay, DeMarcy, are you ready? Okay, here's the trade right there. Here's the profit, max profit right there. Cost of trade, including commissions and fees, right there. Okay, cost of trade, including commissions and fees. It's already up there. My bad, you're looking at NTR already. Yep. Okay, Kevo, we'll take a look at Exxon tomorrow. I think you can negotiate and get 50 cents with Chucky with the volume of business you are giving them. Yeah, I could. That was the last question. Yeah, baby, we're done. Harry for good. Nice to see you then, Harry. I think you sent me a text that you want me to give you a buzz. All right, I will. Oh, by the way, just out of curiosity, if you want to have a conversation with me or you think you are having a conversation with me, number one, I don't do conversations unless you drop your phone number and I will personally, will give you a call back. So you can go to my website and put it into my calendar. I'll call you back, or you can just put your phone number on whatever platform you're on and forward it to me. I personally call you back. I will not hold on to your phone number. I make the call and then I delete it. Okay? I don't hold on to phone numbers. Okay? And no, I don't do emails. I don't do Snapchat. I don't do Telegram. I don't do Instagram. I don't do any of that crap. Okay? I am old school. I am so old school, I write shit down. I don't trust computers, which is kind of weird because that's how I make my money is trading on a computer. But I always have the backup written down because I don't trust the computers. DeMarcy, would you like to get the price 50 cents or not? Interested. I don't think it's enough at this moment to worry about. I don't like rocking the boat. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I get plenty of money as it is. You know, bears make money, bulls make money, pigs get slaughtered. I'm not a pig. Am I really that concerned about 15 cents per contract? Not really. Okay, I'm at the point in my life where I'm perfectly okay with what I'm doing. Okay, I don't really pinch anymore. You got it? Good. Awesome. Okay, so that's everything. You guys have a great day. And guess what? We're going to do this whole thing all over again tomorrow night. Same thing. So if you didn't get your question answered tonight, or I said check back with me tomorrow, well, I'm back here again tomorrow. Just show up a little earlier and ask the question a little earlier. Okay, we're all adults here. We know that 9 o'clock comes right after 8:59. Okay? So, if you didn't get your question answered tonight or you want to go a little bit deep, a pinch a loaf. That's horrible. Okay? Have some decorum and some, what do you call it? Oh, I forget the exact terminology I want to use on that. Now, I don't want to use the word morals. Good night, Prophet James. Okay, class. Thank you. Thank you, Kevo. Have a little bit of class, please. Okay, this mixed company here. Thank you, Dr. Dev. That was totally inappropriate. Anyway, see you guys all again tomorrow. What do we have down here, you guys? He tried, yep, to no avail. Yep, I'll keep trying. You know, I actually, somebody sent me a video on how to do it, so I'm going to give that a try. Discernment, that's a good one too, but I think class is better. It's shorter, it's easy, everybody understands it. Discernment might be a little over some people's heads because it's almost over my head because my education is only high school education. Sorry. Okay, if you're looking for something more, that just ain't me. School of Hard Knocks, Decorum, that's a good one too. Okay, that's another good one. But let's just leave it at class, Kevo. I like class. Let's be a little classy. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right. Anyway, you guys have a great night. We'll do this all again tomorrow. See y'all later. And now the end is near, and so I fade.